What's up, everybody? Let me wet my whistle. What's up, everybody? Welcome to another edition of the Lamar's Gym Custom Live Show, the number 3 podcast. I'm gonna briefly speak on this. Um, you don't need me to educate you on who the race hustlers are out there in the world. Um, but all I can say is, hopefully, much of the race hustling that we know of will go away. Hopefully. Have you noticed? Now, listen. I don't dwell around any left wing circles whatsoever. Period. Bar none. Don't watch no left wing TV. Don't talk to any left wing Democratic Marxists on the street. I don't care nothing about them. But have you noticed that the powerful race hustlers go back to 2014? You had Al Sharpton in the damn White House damn near every day, or on MSNBC with his own show. And if you don't know who Al Sharpton is, please do your research. I'm pretty sure all you guys know who Al Sharpton is. But if you don't know, please do your research. This not only is a race hustler, he is a criminal. But hey, Democrats love criminals. But I bring Al Sharpton up for the simple fact, it's this guy in Alabama. He's a representative out of Tuscaloosa. I think his last name is England. I heard this guy speak, and he sounded like a 5-cent Al Sharpton, or $2 Al Sharpton. Listen to the guy. I can't remember his name, up in Tennessee. This clown doing all this cussing and hollering and fighting and all this mess. What the hell they call him? Timu Malcolm X. Even listen to Stephen A. Smith. And listen, I ain't got too much of a problem. I know Stephen A. Smith is a fraud and a liar and all this shit, but I ain't got too much against him. But I do Al Sharpton and this England dude. And many others, the character in Tennessee. All these niggas, race hustlers. Did you hear what I just said? All these Negro, now I didn't say Negro, but all these Negro race hustlers. That's big business for them. Big business. And it makes me sick. When I grew up, I had majority white friends. Out of for every 10 friends I had, 7 of them were white. So I didn't look at color. I really did. Children don't look at color. All my children, when they was kids, would go to the playground or go somewhere and they fall in love with everybody around them. White kids and black kids, and they just having a good time. I did the same thing. Love my white brothers and sisters. Loved them. Now, as I grew up, I haven't changed. Only thing that I don't allow around me is liberals, Marxists, and communists. I don't care if you're black, white, green, or yellow. If you're a Christian and you're a good person and you care about this country and you stand on principle, man, you straight. You straight. But these race hustlers, y'all, it's big business for them. Big business. And this cat, England, I heard him speak, and I want to say it was about Alabama's. I think they're going to go back to the 23 redistricting thing. So they're going, I think, have one black district, which makes no sense. There's no such thing as a black district, but they gonna have one black district I think somewhere down in South Alabama they're gonna have 8. It's gonna be 7-1, I think, which it should be 8-0. But you got, I don't know. Listen, when Tommy Tuberville becomes governor in November next year, we will be 8-0 after 2027. That ain't worried about that. But in the Democratic Party, you're gonna have, when it comes to these black politicians, and listen, go back to the Iron Triangle. What's the Iron Triangle? Your activists, your black pastor, and your black politician. Who are the activists? You're out there protesting, fighting for the cause, marching, getting the hell beat out of them. Those are your activists. Who are your black pastors? Not all of them, but your Al Sharptons. And everybody who falls under that umbrella. And 99.9% of Democratic black politicians. That's the Iron Triangle. And at all levels are the race hustlers. Whether you're a politician, whether you're a black bootleg pastor, or you're an activist. Now, even though we bring up Al Sharpton as the modern day hustler, Al Sharpton is OG. He's OG hustler. Pulpit pimp. Y'all ain't looking at him as no pastor, to be honest with you. I do look at him as a hustler, race hustler. But do you know the modern day race hustler? Now, not too many people gonna know about England. He's an Alabama representative. Who gives a damn, out of Tuscaloosa. But somebody who's in the past year who has had more visibility. Go back to that the black kid in Texas who stabbed the white kid in the heart. I can't think of these people's name. It ain't been in the news for a minute, but go back to the guy who this family represented to be their spokesperson. Ex-con, criminal, race hustler. That's the modern day race hustler right there. He's under that same umbrella as Al Sharpton. Can't talk worth a damn. Has no intelligence. But he calls himself, he ain't no pastor, but he calls himself a minister, I think. He's an activist. And he wants to get into politics. He wants to be in that Iron Triangle. I thinking about doing this particular podcast here, I was like, you know what? Race hustlers. That's gonna be the name of this podcast, Race Hustlers. But you know what? I think I'm gonna put race hustle in the description, but the name of it's gonna be the Iron Triangle. I gotta get that name out. The Iron Triangle is a book written by Vince Everett Ellison. I highly recommend you go read it. But that's going to be the name of this podcast, and Race Hustler is going to be in the description. I appreciate you guys checking out this episode. It's a short episode. Listen, it's plenty on the internet, plenty on YouTube and Rumble and Twitter that you can see about these race hustlers. You don't need me telling you anything different. But I do want to get my little 2 cents in. I appreciate you guys. I love you more than you'll ever know. And as always, in the name of the Father, Son, and the Holy Spirit, you guys stay blessed. And I'll catch you next time.